Thought you were going for the all ass angle there. Back to the hilly bit, and this hurts. Hello, good morning, and welcome to a triple training day video where I'm going to lift, I'm going to bike, and I'm going to run. But first, I'm going to sip. And now, I'm going to lift. Okay, so I'm working up to a heavy triple on close grip bench press today. I actually swam last night, which is the inverse order of how I normally do things, so I'm feeling a little bit fatigued going into today. I'm going to work up to heavy triple on close grip bench press just because I've got a bit of a focus on my triceps at the moment. So first working set as such is I'm going to hit a triple at 110, see how it feels. My triceps actually do feel like quite a significant weak point in my bench at the moment, so that's why I'm doing some work to bring them back up. I'm hoping this will feel fairly smooth, but we're about to find out. Cheers. That'll do, pig. That'll do. 110 felt reasonable, 115 on the bar, and actually this is quite reminiscent today of my time at university where when I was a full powerlifter and nothing but, I used to really enjoy training with a sort of modified conjugate method, which is the style of training that comes out of Westside Barbell. There's certain elements of that style of training that I still like to work into my approach to hybrid training with Omni Performance. Cut to something on the wall behind you today. So heavy triple 115, back offsets at 3x5 with 90% of this. Granted, I hit it for the triple. If not, I will scale it back to 110 and go from there. On paper, this should move fairly easily, but I think the swim from last night and my lack of upper body focus recently might say otherwise. Okay, so that was a fairly convincing firm RPE 9, so I'm going to take 115 kilos, times it by 0.9, which is 103.5, round that down to 102.5, and do 3 sets of 5. Okay, so next exercise, I'm returning to 2015, 2017, as I've already mentioned. There's a bit of a theme today, and I'm going to work in some Spoto press, which is one of my favourite assistance exercises of all time, as it just helps really improve control off your chest and really drills the positioning that you need for an effective bench press. I'm not focusing on top end bench press strength at the moment, which means that I'm focusing on assistance work because it's less overall stress and demand systemically from a top end, real heavy weight point of view. But by doing a big block of assistance work, when I do focus on that again, my positioning, my control, my assistance work will all carry over really nicely to my top end strength. Last set done. All felt fairly smooth, and I do really enjoy that exercise for just feeling the movement so that you can build confidence in the movement pattern to carry over to top end bench press. Speaking of carrying over to top end bench press, time for some incline dumbbells. So I'm going to use the 40 kilo dumbbells for these, which are coincidentally the heaviest dumbbells I actually have access to. And let's just say, were I not confined to my home gym, I'd be going heavier, which is indeed a roundabout way of me saying that I'm too strong, bruh, for my own gym. I could just get heavier dumbbells, but plot twist. Superset with some pull-ups. I think I can probably swallow my pride a little bit on the whole "the dumbbells are too light" thing from earlier. Check yourself, Fergus. Alright, so in a video very soon I'll break down a little bit more about what the rest of the year is looking like from a training and goals point of view. All very exciting, but what is even more exciting is an announcement that I have to make. So let's speak to Fergus from earlier as to exactly why. Hello there, my name is Fergus Crawley and I am a hybrid athlete. What is a hybrid athlete, you ask? Well, when I am not shifting some heavy tin, you might catch me blasting about the roads in the tightest of spandex. Or I'll be swimming through some cold Scottish waters, and every once in a while you might catch me going for a best effort mile, 10K, Ironman distance triathlon, or even 100 miles. So now that you know what a hybrid athlete is, you're probably wondering, how on earth do I fuel all of this? So for the past 10 years, there's been a staple brand that has been with me for most of the way, all the way back to when I was a teenage powerlifter to now, when I'm kind of doing it all. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is My Protein. So I'm delighted to announce that I'm officially on the My Protein roster, where I am very excited about flying the flag for all things hybrid athleticism. I have a very chaotic year of training and events ahead, so I am thrilled to have some of the best products in the business by my side. So if you want to be an absolute legend and support the channel alongside providing yourself with some creme de la creme supplementation, then please use the code Fergus, and there is a link down below. Indeed, the beacon's lit and Gondor calls for aid, and by that I excitingly mean that I am now officially a My Protein athlete, which is very exciting for a number of reasons, mainly due to being able to explore the My Pro range and even potentially be a part of some development with products. Watch this space. Subscribe down below, thank you very much. Alongside having a wide range of products to choose from, some very exciting people to engage with, and lots of exciting things to come. So with that in mind, I should probably stop talking about this exciting relationship and get back to my less exciting upper body session. Oh, okay, so main exercise is done, and I've actually thoroughly enjoyed today. Just a proper good old circa Z's era bro session. And with that in mind, I'm gonna move on to some beach weights, get a little bit of a pump before my first call at 9 AM, which is in about 30 minutes. So shower, bit of breakfast, first call of the day, and then we'll loosely take you through the rest of the day. But today's mostly gonna be focused on training. And I know what you're thinking, say day or today more, Fergus. I've said it about as many times as I'm about to do lateral raises at this point. You know the game where you try and fill up your petrol or gasoline tank to exactly the number? I always try and do that with my oats, but I hit 103 grams rather than 100 grams, so I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a bit of a fool. Anyway, my usual breakfast. If you've been a long-standing viewer of the channel, you will have seen this breakfast dozens, I was gonna say hundreds, but I think I've published less than 200 videos in total, so that would be a lie. Dozens of videos you have seen, 100 grams of oats, some water, a scoop of whey protein, and some accoutrements which are yet to be determined. There's too much water now.
You clown.
Is this yours? Coming into my house and making a mess? It was my mess. And now we wait, so 2.5 minutes in the microwave. Always add the whey protein after the oats have been cooked. There's people out there that put it in before the microwave, and that's just a firm nuh-uh in my book, so let that be the lesson of the day. Was it Genghis Khan that said that? Don't put your whey protein in with your oats before it's gone in the microwave. Do it afterwards, circa 12:03. I think the caffeine's kicked in. So in the earlier hubbub of making my oats and putting in the microwave, I forgot to add my staple, frozen raspberries. So I'm not saying I blame you, but I'm not blaming anyone else, am I? Swoosh. I'm going to add not just whey protein, but the whey protein. The whey protein. Salted caramel flavour. You know what's been grinding my gears recently? Is salted caramel as a flavour seems to become very in vogue. And there's some cafes, some multinational confectionery conglomerates that have been playing very fast and loose with the term salted caramel, because sometimes you have it and you're like, oh, that's nice and salty, that is truly salted caramel. And then you have some that are just caramel. And you're like, no, that's like saying premium milk. I mean, Cravendale claims to be premium milk, but it's like premium air in your tyres. It's not really a thing, is it? Well, you know what I will add? Some toffee. Flavour drops. Any guesses what they're for? Flavour. Safety first. Anyway, I am mildly concussed, but also I am about to head out for a bike ride. It is 4:02 and we have had a productive day of getting a lot of things moving forwards, as there are a lot of things that are very exciting happening at the moment amidst launching the BJJ training plan with Omnia Performance last night, which is available on the website, which is down in the description below, alongside viewing a potential new headquarters for Omnia and the Modern Mind earlier today, but we didn't think it was right to take you along, as estate agents and landlords probably aren't all that bought into being in a YouTube video all of a sudden. To be honest, as this is about training, we thought we would focus on the training today. So with that in mind, I'm about to head off for a fairly moderate effort to hard effort road bike ride. I'm gonna hit about 60 to 90 minutes out into the Scottish borders and then zoom it back. So midweek, moderate intensity, probably sort of 150 to 160 heart rate, back here onto my feet for 30 minutes just to keep things ticking over from a triathlon point of view. Triathlon is not the sole focus at the moment, but I am trying to keep my skill level up. So swimming twice a week, I'm doing 2 brick sessions a week, generally speaking, but mainly at the weekends I'm doing my long rides for enjoyment at the moment, as the weather is turning and I feel great about it. So I think, without any further ado, it's time to go nuclear and get on my bike. Hola! Quite a spicy little climb. Okay, so I went from moderate to hard up that hill. I absolutely Chris Hoyed it up there. I feel like a combination of Chris Hoy and Robert Forsterman up that hill, but without any of the medals, stamina, accolades, or to be honest, the quads. So in reality, I'm just buying time so I can say that we're going to turn around here because we're a little bit tight for time. I've got a podcast recording at 7 tonight that I need to get back and do a little bit of prep for. I'm going to turn around, 32 minutes ride time. Going to Una reverse and head back the way we've came. Quite a hilly, undulating route. Got forced off the road by a car at a roundabout actually back there, which is annoying, but just nice to be out doing midweek rides again. I'm finally off the turbo, finally got to grips again with my bike admin and found everything after the double brutal last year. Watch that video somewhere on the screen if you haven't yet already seen it, but feeling good. When I said heart rate between 150 and 160 earlier, I've been thinking about it constantly. I meant between 140 and 150, sort of moderate to hard efforts depending on the hills. But I'm enjoying being out here. It's muggy, it's warm, it's kind of humid, and it's gonna rain. Insert Family Guy meme here. It's gonna rain! So now that we're back in the studio, I think I'm gonna squeeze my way past the car and head back the way that I came. Goodbye. Hello, ride complete, and I enjoyed that. Had to call it an hour just because it is 5:14 now, and I have a podcast in 1 hour and 46 minutes, which I need to do. I've already mentioned this, but nonetheless, I'm reinforcing it at the current time. 58 minutes of riding, 24.5 kilometers, average speed 25.3, elevation about 300 meters in total, which is quite a punchy little hour. So average heart rate came in at 136, but there was quite a lot of stopping and starting on the way out of town and into town, which obviously brought it down. So I'm going to get a little bit of fluid on board, I'm going to get changed, and I'm going to head for a pretty speedy little run. So I'll see you there. And here we are, out on the road, and just over the first big punchy hill to kick things off, and now getting a little bit of a respite downhill, so feeling good to be back into a bit of a rhythm. Okay, and we are moving. So sitting about 4:15 minutes per K pace over the punchy little bits that start this run for me every time, which is always a bit of a pain in the arse and the heart and the lungs and the legs, etc, etc. But moderate effort run off a moderate effort bike, and I tell you what,
first batch of stacked intensity like this in a while. I'm definitely feeling it in my legs. Volume is sky high at the moment on lower body weight training, for reasons that will soon become clear. So efforts like this take their toll. So I'm gonna get my head down, crack on, see you back at the house. Back to the hilly bit, and this hurts. Okay, so 6.67k in 30 minutes. Did 10 meters extra to make sure that I wasn't Satan worshipping, obviously. Average pace, 4:30, bang on where I expected to be. Data on the screen for you here. That was actually quite tough. It felt really difficult off the bike. As I said, running. First time I've stacked intensity like that in a long time, so definitely felt it. And lower body weight training volume at the moment is ridiculous. So that's that. Triple training day complete. It is now bang on 6 PM, so I'm gonna shower. I am gonna do 45 minutes last minute prep on top of what I've already done for Modern Mind Podcast at 7. If you haven't yet tuned into the Modern Mind Podcast, spoiler, I have a podcast. Link is in the description down below for both audio and YouTube, so get involved. Loads of clips going live, lots of fun, insightful things happening, and lots of people far more intelligent and interesting than I on there. So I'm very hungry. I haven't really had anything since lunch, and I've been feeling starving the whole way through. So I'm going to rehydrate and nibble on one of these flapjacks. It's immediately landing well, and then I'll have my dinner after the podcast at about 8:15, 8:30. Last little bits of work. Try and get half an hour of Breaking Bad that Erin and I are rewatching, and then go to bed, as it's been a long day. So before I bid you farewell, make sure to like the video, comment down below with your thoughts, feelings or suggestions for the rest of the year. Make sure that you have hit the subscribe button, and why not grab yourself a flapjack as a way of honouring the channel. Thank you very much, and goodbye.